Wasteful Erling Haaland misses huge chances in third straight draw, while Phil Foden goes missing. Erling Haaland could not see several opportunities to move Manchester City to within 3 points of Premier League leaders Arsenal ahead as, despite scoring from the penalty spot to put his side ahead at the Etihad, Brighton fought back to claim a 1-1 draw on Wednesday, extending City's frustrating run of draws to 3 games in the top flight. On another nervy and frustrating night for City, they were made to rue more missed chances in the final third as their hopes of reclaiming the title took another significant hit. As expected, Pep Guardiola's side took control of proceedings, dominating possession and penning Brighton back in their own half, and Jeremy Doku was an early bright spark for the hosts, though a sturdy Seagulls backline frustrated the Belgian and his teammates. Haaland was in the same boat, but he was handed a golden chance to finally end his struggles in front of goal as, after some smart work from Doku, who carried the ball into the box before cutting back onto his right foot, tricking Diego Gomez into fouling him to win City a penalty, which Haaland coolly dispatched to end his 3-game drought. There were golden chances for City to extend their advantage in the game, with Bernardo Silva wasteful with one particular chance to tee up Haaland for a second. And in the second half, Brighton made them pay. A clever move from Kaoru Mitoma saw him open up some space on the edge of the box, before he curled an effort into the far corner. City huffed and puffed for the rest of the evening, creating chance after chance, only to be denied by Brighton time and time again. Substitute Ryan Cherki put the ball on a plate for Haaland to win the game late on, but the Norwegian hit his shot straight at the goalkeeper. Gianluigi Donnarumma could not do much about Brighton's equaliser and made a stunning save very similar to his one against Chelsea at the weekend. Matheus Nunes failed to deal with Mitoma and Brighton's left-hand side for most of the night, and was not quick enough to sniff out the danger for the winger's curling finish. Abdulkadir Kusanov was pretty solid as one of the more senior defenders deployed by Guardiola on a big night. Max Allen gave a good account of himself in the absence of Dias, Gvardiol and Stones. Nathan Ake struggled at times, but coped well considering his lack of minutes this season. Nico Gonzalez swept up effectively for the most part, but was one of the players left standing off Mitoma for his goal. Tijani Reinders, bright in spells, but lacked any real penetration and conviction in his moments outside the Brighton box. Phil Foden had a minimal influence on the game and was eventually withdrawn with 20 minutes to go. Bernardo Silva wasted a huge chance to put his side to 0 up in the first half, a moment that might have had a huge impact on the game. Erling Haaland netted the Premier League's 35,000th goal and initially looked sharper, only to waste a number of second-half opportunities. Jeremy Doku has been a huge boost to City since returning from injury and was one of their sharpest assets, did brilliantly to win the penalty. Rodri came on to shore up the midfield, but had no real impact in helping break down a deep and retreating Brighton side. Nico O'Reilly did his job as fresh legs from the bench, but not much more. Rico Lewis did not contribute much in his 15-minute cameo. Ryan Cherki teed up Haaland for a huge chance. There was not much more he could do in search of a winner. Pep Guardiola made substitutes when he needed to, but perhaps tinkered too much with the side, considering the importance of getting a win. Erling Haaland has linked up with UFC legend Khabib Nurmagomedov for an Instagram post that simply read mentality. However, eagle-eyed Manchester City fans were quick to spot the motivational message or background of the image, as the citizens look to chase down league leaders Arsenal at the top of the Premier League table. City went into the midweek fixtures 6 points behind the Gunners. City are playing catch-up in the Premier League title race, having been held to back-to-back draws with Sunderland and Chelsea to kick off 2026, which saw Pep Guardiola's side drop 6 points behind the Gunners at the top of the table. However, City have previously shown how effective they can be in the second half of campaigns, and supporters are hoping the Manchester powerhouse can kick into gear as they look to regain their crown. City finished third in England's top tier last term, as they failed to successfully win the Premier League title for the 5th season running. Pep Guardiola's men are not giving up hope of winning the title, though they failed to make home advantage count in midweek, as they were held to a 1-1 draw by Brighton at the Etihad Stadium on Wednesday night. Haaland got on the scoresheet in the stalemate with the Seagulls, his 20th league goal of the season, and during his meeting with Khabib, fans spotted a motivational message in the Norwegian's Instagram post. The message itself, which was on the screen behind the Russian and Haaland, read, "The pressure, the chase, the difficulties. We've been here before, pushed to the absolute limit and still taking everything. That has always been our spirit. We don't fold, we don't panic. We don't quit, we adapt, we respond. We turn setbacks into solutions. We change situations, because that's what we do. We are not weaklings. We are Manchester City Football Club." City will be hoping that Liverpool can do them a big favour on Thursday night when they take on Arsenal at the Emirates. The Reds have endured a tough title defence and head to the Emirates 14 points behind the Gunners. After a tough run of form, however, the Reds make the trip to the capital on an 8-game unbeaten run. Liverpool are one of 2 teams to beat Arsenal over Premier League this season, though Mikel Arteta's side are yet to lose a league game in front of their own fans, having collected 28 of a possible 30 points in North London. The Merseyside outfit do have a great record against Arsenal, and are unbeaten in 25 of their last 28 meetings with the Gunners. That said, Liverpool have failed to win their last 3 league trips to the Emirates Stadium, losing twice. City, meanwhile, are winless in 3 in 2026, collecting 3 of a possible 9 points to kick off the year. Guardiola's side are next in FA Cup action at the weekend, and they'll fancy their chances of claiming a first win of the year when they face lower league side Exeter in the 3rd round of the competition.